Go talk to Dad. Come on. You can't pretend with me. I know you want to. You kept us up all last night thinking about it. What are you? Chicken?
I know you are, but what am I?
That was weak even when you were 5. I actually feel bad for you right now. Dia got to you yesterday, so stop sulking about it and go talk to Dad already. You could use cooking as an excuse to have a conversation, just like you do with Mom.
Morning, parentals.
Good morning.
So, what are you two up to today?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. What is going on?
Aruni was upset that we were discussing her wedding with you the other day. She felt as though it was private, especially since you haven't spoken yet.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a moment to process that.
This offense can only be repaid in blood. We want her head on a spike.
I must say, I dislike being put in the middle like this.
She just needs a little time, Bodhidua. She'll come around.
Can I at least know my future brother-in-law's name, please? Because he's going to be my family too, right?
I suppose that's fair. Aruni's fiance's name is Ahmed Ziad. His family is from Palestine and he moved to Timber Hills for his master's.
Thanks, guys, for those crumbs of information.
Oh, you girls will be the death of me. I can never do anything right for you. These are just tantrums, and neither of you are school children anymore. You do well to remember that.
Ouch. That was a second-degree scolding.
Not that I'm not delighted my little firecracker wants to cook egg hoppers with me all of a sudden. But why do I sense that you're hungry for something else this morning?
How do you do that?
I've been a parent for 28 years and married to your mother for even longer. You think I haven't picked up a few tricks?
Have we been underestimating Dad this whole time?
I just got goosebumps.
Or he's just pretending to be oblivious. Terrifying thought.
You know what to do first. Fine, let's get started. The first step is to proof the yeast and mix up the ingredients in a bowl.
Come on, Jala, ask him. It's eating you up inside.
Dad, did you ever wish I was straight?
What are you really asking, Bodhidua?
Did you already know?
Let's just say it didn't completely come as a surprise. Your Auntie Chandra may have given us a hint, prepared some groundwork.
Thank God for Auntie C, huh?
I won't lie, Jala. I had some complicated feelings. Fear, worry, protectiveness. Only because this world is cruel to anyone who is different. But those are all my feelings for me to deal with. All you need to know is your mother and I love you. We accept you. We will love who you love. Gender is irrelevant, as long as they're good to you. You're doing so well. I'm getting emotional. I promise not to cry. I seem to recall it was less of a formal coming out and more that we caught you making out with Tyler in your bedroom.
Absolute cringe.
You stood up, crossed your arms and announced, "I'm in love with Tyler and I don't care what you think."
All I remember is Mom sitting us both down the next day and telling us about safe sex and emotional safety in relationships.
You were 15. You know, I find all that kind of thing very embarrassing. Thank God for your mom. Nerves of steel, that woman. Uh-oh, time to blend. Can't let it sit for too long. Incredible, Bodhidua. Simply incredible.
Me liking girls didn't feel like a big deal. I felt safe, you know? You and Mom were so supportive of Tyler when she transitioned. And you obviously accepted Auntie C.
Actually, I didn't immediately. Chandra and I didn't talk for a few years after she told the family she was a lesbian.
You never told me that.
It's a painful memory. I'm ashamed of it. I'm just so grateful Chandra forgave me. Gave us both another chance at a relationship.
But you two adore each other. That must have been so awful.
I was ignorant and cowardly. I should have stood up for her to our parents. I cared too much about what society would think. It's one of my greatest regrets in life. I missed out on so much. That's why I was determined I'd never make the same mistakes with you. Maybe I should be the one taking cooking lessons from you. What made you bring all this up today, Jalawala?
I saw Dia yesterday. You know her parents kicked her out, right? They don't even acknowledge her.
Do you feel sorry for her or admire her?
She acts like she's okay with it, but I know deep down she's devastated.
That kind of wound takes a lifetime to heal, if it ever does. That's why I'm glad Chandra's been there for Dia. She knows how it feels from experience. Dia's parents will regret it in the end if they have any sense. They're the ones losing out. Oh, they really make me so angry. Light the stove, Jala. We'll feel better once we eat some egg hoppers, huh? What a pro! Here's the secret of egg hoppers. Are you ready?
I've been preparing for this moment my entire life, Dad.
The specialized pan is integral, but more than that is the cooking technique. It all rests on this, and I'm leaving it entirely in your hands.
I'm ready. I'm gonna make the best egg hopper you've ever had.
If it's blessed by your hands, I don't doubt it, Podidur. Add some batter to the pan and swirl it around the edges to get the distinct shape of the hopper. Once the batter just sets, crack an egg into the center of the hopper and cover the pan. The most important thing is this. Do not lift the lid before the egg is ready.
But how will I know that it's done?
You'll just know. Trust yourself. A witch, Jala? Because that was magic.
Her exes would say so.
So, how is it?
These are the best egg hoppers I have ever had.
Stop exaggerating, Dad.
I'm entirely serious. These are amazing.
Shall we make jalebis today, Ma?
Jalebis? Really? But you don't even like them. They are Aruni's favorite.
Just because they're Aruni's favorite doesn't mean I don't like them.
Okay. Whatever you say, Jala.
Since I can't eat them, you better eat twice as much for me. But only if they turn out good.
Do I even need to say it? Hand washing, Jala?
You didn't actually need to say it, but don't let that stop you, Ma.
Very good. Light the stove and heat up a pot so you can start on the sugar syrup. I knew you had my cooking genes. Do you really have to make a big production out of simple tasks like lighting the stove?
A little flair adds spice to life, doesn't it, Ma?
My mistake for even asking. Pour the sugar and water into the warm pot. I really am an incredible teacher. Stir the sugar until it dissolves. Careful, it's hot, like your temper.
I wonder where I get that from.
You know, it provokes me when you attempt this rhetorical style of argumentation, Jala. I find it quite patronizing.
I wasn't trying to be patronizing.
And I wasn't making a dig. I'm glad you stand up for yourself. I've always thought our society teaches girls to be too nice. And for what?
Wow, Mom dropping some truths.
Oh. Thanks, Mom.
Yes, well, remember to keep stirring until the sugar dissolves completely. Good. But don't get overconfident. Next step is mixing saffron with warm milk. Once it's dissolved, add rose water.
I love this smell. It's comforting.
Your Bhati sprays rose water on herself after a bath. Maybe that's why it's familiar?
I don't think that's exactly how I would describe Bhati.
Yes, perhaps not. Her presence is more formidable than comforting, really.
Even when you were a child?
Especially then. That's good. Now pour the milk mixture into the sugar syrup. Keep it on low heat so it stays warm. Otherwise, the jalebis won't soak it up as well. Well done, Jala. Touchdown. That's what they say in basketball, no?
Arnie's barely spoken a word to me since I've been back, you know.
So, I combined the dry ingredients for you because you always make a mess with the flour.
Do you think you'll ever let that go? I was like 5 years old. I sneezed and the flour went everywhere.
I wish I had taken a picture. You were such a charming child.
Your extreme nostalgia for my childhood implies that you didn't enjoy my adolescent years at home.
I bought you all the black eyeliner and Hot Topic you wanted. Why don't we just focus on that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine. The next part is all you. Mix water and dahi in a bowl and then add the flour. Make sure the batter's thick and smooth. No lumps allowed in my kitchen. Very good. What else do you expect, Jala? A parade?
If these come out well, maybe I'll take them to Arnie.
If you think that's a good idea.
Her sweet tooth is the crack in her emotional defenses that I will exploit to gain the upper hand.
And by gain the upper hand, you mean apologize profusely?
Yes! Huh! Exactly. That.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see how they come out first, shall we? Fill the piping bags with the batter you just mixed and pipe spirals into the hot oil carefully. Once they're nice and golden, dip them in the warm sugar syrup and serve hot. Even Party would approve. What am I saying? Maybe I should lie down.
What's the verdict?
I'd serve these to guests.
Wow. Really? Thanks, Ma.
Maybe not to desi guests, but still not bad.
Was it you who left another college brochure in my room? Or was it Dad?
I'm in the middle of making dal makhni jala. Maybe we should have this conversation later?
I really think we need to talk, Amma.
Looks like you're quite determined.
Ha! You're not getting out of this conversation that easily, Amma.
I'll go wash my hands.
Very good. Am I going to regret giving you a knife while you're in this mood?
Tell me what to chop. I'm ready for violence.
Your father's a pacifist. I really don't know where you got this bloodthirsty streak from.
Oh yeah, it's a real mystery.
Just chop the tomatoes, Jala. Tick-tock. Even Party would approve. What am I saying? Maybe I should lie down.
I blew off college. There. I said it. I blew off college and all the plans we made together and left town with Jennifer.
Don't say that woman's name in this house.
See? We knew you'd never accept us. That's why we had to leave.
Or was it because she knew she needed to get you away from us because we could see through her? At 21, you think you're all grown up, but you're still a baby. At that age, someone who is 10 years older has a lifetime's more experience.
Says the woman who has a 6-year age gap with her husband.
I am not saying that to her.
Absolutely do not. We want to live to see tomorrow.
Even if you didn't trust us, you should have trusted Aruni.
I was in love. Or I thought I was in love.
You were in love with how forbidden it all was. The secrecy was half the fun.
I'll just puree the tomatoes, shall I?
That's good.
I know you have something to say, Ma. You might as well say it.
You really want me to? Fine. It's not too late to admit you made a mistake. You can still go to college.
I made my decision 3 years ago. I haven't changed my mind.
Or are you just too stubborn to admit you made a mistake? How much of this was that girl's idea? It's easy for someone like her to say. People like us need an education to get ahead in this country. Oh God, you've got me so worked up I've forgotten what we were doing. Light the stove. Add butter and ginger garlic paste once the pan's hot. Quickly now. I really am an incredible teacher. Fry the Kashmiri mirch and then pour in the tomato puree before it burns. The timing's everything.
Good advice, Amma.
If you understand my meaning, you understand I have nothing else to say.
How long do you think that'll last?
What did I just say about timing? Before it burns, Jala, or we'll have to start again. I've already given you too many compliments today. What if you wake up in 10 years and feel like you've missed out? Not just on your education, but the whole college experience.
I never wanted to go to college, Mom. It's what you wanted. You wanted it so much that I just went along with it. I couldn't figure out how to tell you, so I just ran away.
I'm scared for you, Jala. Our education, our knowledge, that's how we survived in this country.
I'll figure it out. You have to trust me. Trust what you taught me.
An answer for everything, this one. Time to stir the pot, Jala.
I think you've already done that, Mom.
Ay, Jala! You get your unfortunate sense of humor from your father's side of the family. Good. But don't get overconfident. Now we just add the reduced puree to the dal, and then your job is done.
But
The dal isn't done, but I can finish it up. You go do something fun, Jala. Get out of the house, maybe? Take your mind off everything.
yeah, okay. Thanks, Ma.
You won't completely embarrass me in front of Party.
What do you think?
It's a fine dal, but nothing to write home about.
Come on, Ma. How often is a doll so good you're inspired to write about it?
You know how your dad came to America a year before me so I could get a visa?
Yeah?
Half his letters home were about how much he missed my dal.
Oh, come on. No way.
Believe what you want. I don't need to boast.
Kotoroti? Ah, that brings me back. If you ever find yourself late at night and drunk with a group of friends you've just met, and you need something that hits the spot, Kotoroti every time.
You had a lot of wild nights in your youth, Daddy.
Oh, I could tell you some stories. But that was a long time ago. I can barely remember anything at all. Why don't we just start the recipe? Your fingernails are looking a little dirty.
They are not.
No shame in a little honest dirt, Jala. Just go wash up. Fine, let's get started. Chop some onion, cabbage, leeks, and jalapenos.
I'm on it.
You've redefined the meaning of impressive with this.
I bet I can guess what you got up to on your wild nights.
They were really quite tame, Potijua. Really.
You and your friends broke into a high-end exclusive museum gala dressed as waitstaff. Then, using your wits, you stole a giant jewel previously stolen by the British Empire.
Not quite, but someone should do that.
Okay, then my next guess for your mysterious nighttime activities is arson.
Speaking of, light the stove. Medium high, please.
Oh my god, it's arson!
Maybe I should be the one taking cooking lessons from you. I've thrown the onions, ginger, and garlic in the pot with just a little oil, and we'll saute until they're just getting aromatic.
Come on, I'm sure Dad would tell you more sordid details if you just pushed a little.
Daddy, I thought we were close enough that we could tell each other anything.
That's a dirty guilt trip, Jala.
I learned from the best.
What an active imagination you have, Jalu. Oh, look, it's time to add our vegetables. Are you a witch, Jala? Because that was magic.
Her exes would say so.
Ah, here we are. time to add the leftover chicken curry.
How do we always have leftover chicken curry lying around?
Well, how else am I supposed to enjoy retirement? I drink chai, I make chicken curry, and I go on long walks.
You sound very happy, Apache.
I'm living the dream, Jalu. I'm living the dream. What a pro! When I was in college, my buddies and I worked at this mini market. The manager was terrible. He withheld pay for random offenses, things he said we'd broken or were missing. We found out later he was stealing and blaming it on us, actually.
Wow, what a complete...
Piece of work, yes.
That's a bunch of malarkey. Absolute dingbat behavior.
What is this, Fargo? Are you Mormon? Call him a little bitch.
That's not very nice to say, although I appreciate your righteous anger on my behalf. Rukmini can be the same way if I'm driving and someone cuts us off in traffic.
You're going off topic.
Sorry. Pour these whisked eggs into the pot to cook and I'll continue the tale. Have you considered becoming a chef, Jalu? So we're out drinking after a shift and we're all complaining, telling anyone who would listen about this manager. Suddenly, everyone in the bar is buying us rounds, lamenting their worst bosses. We decided that it was time to finally get back at him. So we ask around to find out what neighborhood he lives in.
And?
How about we slice the roti into thin strips? It's the last ingredient, and they add the most delightful little crunch. Oh, don't give me that look, Jalu. A good story needs suspense. Your technique is absolutely mesmerizing. Where's the handheld camcorder? I should be recording this. But where was I? We had found his neighborhood, and then, finally, his house. We decided we needed energy to do what needed to be done. So, we went to get some chicken kotoroti.
And? Confess your crimes, father.
Crime? There were no crimes, my silly bean. We spent the rest of the night eating, and I woke up with the worst hangover of my life.
What?
The next day at work, we found out the manager's car did get set on fire. No idea who was behind it, though. The end.
There is absolutely no way it wasn't you, or at least your friends, while you did look out.
This mild-mannered Desi dad bit was no more than a guy's. Who knows what he's capable of?
I promise, I was investigated up and down. There's no proof I was ever even there. Come now, Jala, let's enjoy the efforts of our labor.
Wow, Dad. I thought I knew you, and it turns out you're a criminal mastermind.
Did you think you got your rebelliousness from your Rama alone? No, you wouldn't be so lucky. Both sides, I'm afraid. You're doing so well. I'm getting emotional. I promise not to cry.
What do you think? As good as you remember it?
I have to say, Podijua, this dish would put Roshan's mum to shame.
Roshan?
Oh yes, the amateur bodybuilder who set our manager's car on fire.
What?
Ha! Just kidding. His mother did make excellent chicken kotoroti though.
Indeed.
girl a little warning before you pop out of a manhole.
That's exactly what I did.
Written warning, ideally a week in advance.
Forget it. So, what do you want? What?
What do you want? Such an open-ended question. You'll find out in time. Or you won't.
Clever of you to use the sewers to get around without being seen.
It is, isn't it?
Must be hell to get the smell out of that fake fur, though.
I'm here to give you a gift today, Jala.
My mother warned me to beware of bears bearing gifts.
Smart woman. But I think you'll like this particular gift. The spirit of Barefoot extends far beyond the park. Under the ground, through the air, my claws reach everywhere in Timber Hills. Even here, to what they think is the built-up, concreted over heart of the town. But you and I know better, don't we? All these people, they can't see. But now you will. I'm giving you a gift, Jala. Don't waste it.
Indeed. Indeed.
I'm ready to go.
I know you ran away just to avoid being scolded. You really made me worry. How could you? Mrs. Prayer's parakeet had a long life ahead of her.
Meow.
Sharik, don't give me that innocent face.
Meow. Meow.
I know exactly what happened to those missing hamsters last month, too.
Meow, meow, meow.
They did not have it coming.
That cat has clearly killed before, and he will kill again.
He just has resting murder face. Sharik's a sweetheart, unless you're a hamster.
Did I mention I'm really not a cat person?
Were you trying to find Sharik? Wow, that's really nice of you, Jala.
Was a half-assed attempt to find your mangy cat all I had to do to make things up with you? You should have told me sooner.
That's not exactly what I meant.
Look, you love making excuses for other people's shitty behavior. I love being let off the hook. It's worked so well in the past. Why mess with a system that's functioning?
Way to bring the sincerity in your journey to being a better person, Jala.
That's not... I don't really...
Oh, no way. I'm not going to let you get your claws in Irfan again. You want his forgiveness? You'll have to get through me first. Oh, that's so much better.
The cat talks? I deserve hazard pay for this.
You thought you'd just have to say a few kind words to Irfan and he'd roll over and show you his belly? Well, too bad. I'm a much more formidable opponent.
Do we really need Roid Rage Garfield here as a chaperone to this dance? Irfan, we can work this out between us, just like we used to.
Oh, I know exactly how things used to be. I'm here to make sure this time it goes differently. He's better off without you in his life. And deep down, you know that.
Auntie!
I take care of Tiger, and he protects me. That's an equal partnership.
You need to conjure up a different coping mechanism.
Oh, how about kissing crying boys? That seems to work for you, Jala.
I used to think the sensitive and dorky thing was cute, but you're just scared of conflict. Enough! It's confrontation time. Confront your feelings. Confront me!
No! Please don't make me! I feel so... You just... Ah!
What's the problem? Cat got your tongue?
Tiger, no! You can't leave me here alone! Jala, what have you become? How could you do that to him? He's just a little guy.
I'm sorry, Irfan. Just promise me you won't let her get in your head.
Shahrukh, please! I can't do this without you.
You don't need that overgrown binky. You need to grow up and face me yourself.
Grow up? You're the one who hasn't changed at all. You took my first kiss, you took my dignity, and now you've murdered Shahrukh. I'm not gonna let you get away with walking all over me anymore. That first kiss was wrong of us, but we didn't stop there, did we? I was so ashamed of being a cheater, but I'd liked you for so long, and you were so convincing. You promised me no one would ever find out about us, but they did. And what did you do? You let me take all the blame. You were too busy trying to fix things with Tyler to even glance in my direction. The entire school hated me for getting in the middle of the meant-to-be Tyler and Jala romance. And to be honest, I hated myself too. You turned me into a cheater.
I was not prepared for everyone at school taking sides. I mean, no one could have expected that.
Oh, really? Back then, I needed comfort. My dad was dying. I had to learn how to care for him. I had to look after my little sister, protect her. I was sleep-deprived, confused, miserable. The last thing I needed was to feel ashamed of myself on top of that.
And not a moment too soon. It's time she got what was coming to her.
No, wait. There's something I need to ask her first. Forget apologies, Jala. How about a truth from you instead? I've always wondered, did you even like me? Or was I just a way to run away from your real life?
I was as caught up in my feelings as you were.
Huh. It's nice to know that you were just as mixed up in it as me.
You were exactly the kind of person I was supposed to be with. Hardworking, handsome, brown, a man. I wouldn't have to explain anything to the world if I was with you.
Thank you for telling me your truth, Jala. I think that's the first time you've been truly honest with me.
Okay, no. Now she's got you thinking being hardworking and handsome is a bad thing. Wake up, Irfan. She's gotten into your head. I told you she was dangerous.
I don't know.
You're too soft, Irfan. She's going to walk over you again. That's why you need me, so I can do the things you're too weak to do. Time to end this, Jala.
Just take a deep breath, okay?
I'm confused. Aren't we fighting against each other?
Even the rules of war allow you to treat the wounded. That's gonna leave a bruise. You should ice that later.
Or you could tell your beast to retract its
Oh, damn you, you miserable hoppy!
Sharuk? Maybe we should hear her out?
You're taking her side over me? After everything I've done for you?
We should get your fawn a less reactive pet. How do you think he feels about goldfish? A nice lizard, maybe?
Oof, ouch! Want a hand with that?
I don't think you're supposed to be helping me.
It wouldn't be the first time you put me in a supporting role.
Irfan, I require your aid, but only for a moment.
Was your inner voice always this melodramatic, Irfan?
I find his timbre very soothing. Let me help.
Are you even allowed to practice medicine on humans?
My sister calls you a demon from hell, so you're an exception. You all riled up and injured reminds me of the first time we met, Sharuk.
Oh, beautiful memories.
You scratched me across the forehead and screamed for 72 hours straight. But I got your temperature eventually.
Every one of my predator senses is tingling, Jala. The next time I pounce, expect bloodshed.
Oh no, Sharuk!
Don't worry yourself with me, sweet prince. Ever since you first offered me a churro, our bond became unbreakable.
Sharuk, that's enough. I can take care of myself from here.
No, you can't. You need me. You did all your sister's science fair projects for her. You taught her to drive. You still cry every time someone's parakeet dies. You sit up all night with sick hamsters. You even adopted me when no one else wanted me. You're a soft touch, kid.
Do you feel like we're intruding on a special moment?
Irfan always had so many feelings.
I think that's the human condition, Jala.
He could at least have the decency to be embarrassed about it.
I'm soft. I like being soft. But that doesn't mean I'm weak. I don't need you to protect me anymore. I have to let go. I have to let you rest. Your job is done, my friend. Wow. I shouted at you and actually expressed my feelings, and the world didn't end. I mean, you're okay, right? We're okay?
We're more than okay. I think we're better than we've ever been.
That's how I feel too. I finally learned how to say no to you. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be friends. I've always admired you, Jala.
You are so nice, it's infuriating sometimes. How can anyone resist that?
I mean, you did.
Not very successfully.
Okay, maybe not. So, friends?
Friends.
And, oh, one last thing.
For you? Name it.
Can you check in on Aisha for me? She's been running around the skate park and acting, let's just say, even more secretive and surly than the average teen.
Oh yeah, your little sister. I haven't seen her in years. Man, she was such a cute kid.
Well, she's definitely older now.
I'm great with teens. They're my people. I got this.
I'm sorry, Jala, but I've moved on from you. I've found a new goddess to worship. I came here looking for you, but found the Maharani instead. You rejecting me was such a stroke of luck.
Yep, he's definitely the one who's been bothering Dia.
You haven't been getting the message. Dia's not interested, creep. Mom!
Always dress in Western clothes.
Do you always do as your grandma tells you? Pathetic. Your hairdresser should be indicted for crimes against humanity.
Are you waiting for a prince? Because you shouldn't.
Miss me with that heteronormativity, thanks.
You're just jealous. You want to stand in the way of our love.
Whatever. If that helps you cope, go for it. Now get out of my town before you hurt yourself.
You dealt with that creepy dude for me, my hero. I usually deal with those types myself, but I thought you might enjoy kicking his ass. Consider it a little friendship present from me to you.
I have to admit, it was satisfying.
Right? A little bit of righteous vengeance is such a nice start to the day. So, hey, Aruni's wedding is coming up. Are you excited? Or a little bit jealous you're not in the spotlight?
I've never actually met her fiancé, so, you know, there's that.
Complicated family life. That's one thing I don't have to deal with now that I've been disowned.
Ouch. Guess we walked right into that one.
Just be grateful they care enough to make you miserable. You could have it worse. Trust me.
Yeah, little busy right now.
You the little punk who's hassling one of Sergio's students?
Who's Sergio?
He's a volunteer dance coach at the community center.
Oh my god! Mikey told on me to his dance teacher? And who are you? The dance teacher's secretary?
Why don't you like Mikey? You have a repressed crush or something?
I'm not repressed. I just hate his stupid face.
That happens sometimes. We're getting sidetracked. Stop bullying Mikey, okay?
Or what?
Or we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, good. I love problems. Didn't Mikey tell you? I'm a mathlete.
Auntie! Pause and reflect.
You haven't earned the right to make bear puns.
Yawn. It's so boring fighting amateurs.
Give up. I've tied too much of my personal identity to this outfit.
Anyone ever told you that you take yourself too seriously? You ever wonder what Soundy's real face looks like?
That is his real face! Shut up! That doesn't count. That was just a warm-up. Come on, give me another turn.
Jeez, whine much? Your vibe is less Tony Hawk and more fledgling pigeon falling out of the nest.
This forehead is making my face itch. Fine. I've seen the error of my ways.
Really?
Dude, no. Just don't tell anyone about my humiliating defeat, and I'll leave Mikey alone, okay?
Deal.
Thanks for handling that skate punk kid, Jala.
No worries. Text me anytime you need a child gently intimidated.
Hopefully it's a one-off.
So, you're a dance coach.
Volunteer dance coach.
I bet the kids really love you.
I love coaching, but my dad thinks I'm wasting my time.
Volunteering with kids? That's gonna look great on your CV.
That's not really why I do it.
Sure, I mean, there's also the cardio.
That's technically true. But honestly, I just love teaching. It combines some of my multiple passions. Well, thanks again for being in my corner. I'm glad to know I have someone to call on.
I know you could have handled that kid yourself. You don't need to make up excuses to see me.
Aw, but the excuse is half the fun.
I've been looking forward to this day. Though not as much as my next cub leader, she has something of a personal grudge against you. I'd warm up a little before this particular battle if I were you. Which I'm not, thankfully.
Indeed.
Feeling eager? I think you're slowly learning to hear the call of barefoot again. It was faint for so long, but you can hear it now. Can't you?
Save the culty stuff for the impressionable kids. I'm not here for the deep lore. I just want to skate.
Aisha resisted at first too. Has issues with trust, that one. But once she was convinced that the mayor's skate park redevelopment would only be the beginning, how the yuppies would follow like locusts with their condos, well, she soon realized that only Soundy Dearest could protect her home. And if the only price was to stop spending time with her beloved brother, hard to swallow, but not enough to choke.
Siblings are overrated anyway. Only children might be weird, but they get everything.
Fear not, Jala. There's hope for you yet to see the light.
The only thing I'm afraid of is dying of boredom.
You're right. Enough talk. It's time for all of us to get what we want.
Jala Jayaratna. Finally, we meet. What does Soundy want with someone like you? I guess I just have to trust in the bear.
Jeez, kid. What's with the attitude?
I'm Aisha, Irfan's younger sister. You broke his heart in high school. Ring any bells?
You were so teensy back then. Look at you now.
Wow. Did you hit 25 and, like, fully turn into an auntie?
I think I need to lie down.
Stay away from my brother, Jala. And better yet, go back to whatever pit of hell you crawled back here from. left town and never even had the decency to look back at the disaster you left behind in your wake. I guess he did teach me one thing. You don't have to be the dominant gender to be an asshole.
I'm back here now to try to make things right, which I already have with your brother.
Irfan gives away his forgiveness too cheap. Neither he nor I are here to nurture your journey, Jala. Whatever redemption story you've decided for yourself means nothing to me. The truth is, you haven't earned forgiveness. All you've earned is this ass-kicking. Your actions have consequences, Jala. It's me. I'm the consequence.
Have you considered another outlet for all this energy? Kickboxing, maybe?
Don't tell me what to do! You won, but this isn't over. I'm not gonna stop until I run you out of this town. I don't care if Irfan's forgiven you. I never will.
We haven't made enough progress. Are you even trying, Jala?
Have we forgotten that it's me doing you a favor here?
Don't act like you don't want to know what's going on with those kids.
That's not the point.
I think that's exactly the point. Aisha hates your guts, so I guess it's not surprising you couldn't get anything out of her.
That's suspiciously understanding of you.
I heard you had it out with Irfan.
I thought we were keeping this strictly business.
You're right. Forget I asked. He's too nice for you anyway.
What?
Nothing. Forget it. Keep going with Soundy's troop leaders. You're 4 down, only 1 to go.
You know, talking to Jala was very cathartic. I even made a breakthrough in my relationship with Shahrukh.
Who is Shahrukh?
That's his cat.
I'm even more confused now.
He's a dweeb with no friends.
Oh. Yeah, makes sense.
Don't get hostile because Irfan's actually facing his past, unlike you.
Yeah, Tyler. Change your mind about your participation yet?
No, and for the record, I hate all of you.
You don't really mean that.
I'm deadly serious.
Whew, you guys are all so dramatic. It's my turn next, and I'm not gonna spend my time crying about the past like the rest of you. I'll show Jala exactly what she's been missing, and that's a good time. Better say your goodbyes while you can, losers. I'm getting out of this damn town at the end of the month, and Jala's gonna be in the passenger seat right next to me.
It's your turn to pick, Tua, but there's a Twilight Zone marathon on right now.
Sure, Apache. That's fine.